I'm giving you exactly what you've always wanted, an open marriage, at least on your part. I have no desire to be with other men.
The Dallas actress who portrayed Sue Ellen Ewing, do you recall her? Someone who is both powerful and susceptible, caught in the midst of the 1980s zeitgeist between the ostentation of affluence and profound inner turmoil? The legendary Linda Gray, who became an enduring emblem of American television thanks to her portrayal as the inimitable Sue Ellen, is the one behind this famous character. An emotional tale of hardship, strain, and isolation lurks beneath the surface, though. When Linda's acting ambitions were squashed by conventional wisdom and she found herself trapped in an unhappy marriage, she battled to find a new identity. She was able to overcome discrimination and establish her reputation in a very competitive field with the support of Dallas, which was more than simply an opportunity. Can you tell me the truth about Linda Gray's childhood? After her successful career in show business ended, what did she do with her life? What challenges did she face? Has she disappeared? Hey, how's her day going? Many hidden facets of Linda Gray's journey are revealed in this video, which fans of her work will love. Linda Gray came from a modest but loving family in Santa Monica, California, where she was born on September 12, 1940. Through his careful work as a watch repairman, Leslie Gray taught his daughter the importance of being patient and diligent. In her traditionalist upbringing, her mother instilled in her daughter the value of taking on household responsibilities and being a rock for her family. Because of these principles, Linda is a responsible and ambitious person who wants more out of life than what she finds in the average person. Culver City was the hub of the film business while Linda was growing up, and the little town was famous for its huge studios. Living in Culver City was all about tradition and pragmatism, even if it was close to Hollywood. The community seemed peaceful and secure, but it also felt stifling to Linda. She frequently questioned, is life meant to be just about being a wife, a mother, and living within the framework of a family? Linda, who was naturally reserved, took delight in the mundane activities of life, such as performing in school plays and assisting her parents at their watch repair business. Her desire to escape her shackles and forge her own path in life was sown. She recounted an anecdote from her childhood when she would stand outside her family's business and observe the passing customers, her mind racing to imagine whether their real lives mirrored the Hollywood plots she saw in the movies shot nearby. Belonging in such stories was something she aspired to achieve. In addition to developing Linda's sensitivity and work ethic, the idyllic years spent in Culver City sparked a desire to alter her fate. I always believed that something greater was waiting for me, but to achieve it I knew I had to fight relentlessly, said the woman. Culver City was a stepping stone in Linda Gray's long road to stardom, where her early dreams were planted. She started out as a model, a career directly tied to the spotlight she had always desired, when her ambition of becoming an actor appeared unattainable. Linda featured in around 400 television ads in the 1960s, endorsing various cosmetics, fashion, and major brand products. She became a symbol of the modern woman, strong, independent, and beautiful, thanks to her stunning good looks, graceful expression, and self-assured posture. But Linda wasn't satisfied to end it there. She sought out more possibilities driven by her modest enthusiasm for performing. In 1963, she made her big-screen debut in two little parts, Palm Springs Weekend and Under the Yum Yum Tree. Even though they were short-lived, Linda gained valuable experience in the film industry and remained hopeful that she would one day play starring roles. Linda needed to show her skill with every chance she had, no matter how little in the beginning of her career, so she had to be patient and keep at it. She knew she couldn't rely on her beauty alone. For Linda, the turning moment occurred in 1974, when she made the leap from fashion modeling to acting professionally. She was asked to appear as a guest star on prominent TV shows including Switch, Marcus Welby, Maryland, and MASH. These parts may have only been on the show for one episode, but they gave Linda the chance to practice and improve her acting skills. In order to hone her acting chops, she eagerly took on parts ranging from physicians to supporting characters in crime dramas. However, Linda's 1977 casting as Linda Merkland on All That Glitters was the real turning point. This wasn't your average part. It introduced America to its first ever regular transgender character. Not only was her performance as Linda Merkland a watershed point in her career, but it also marked a watershed moment for the entertainment industry as a whole, contributing to the growing acceptance of diverse perspectives and representation on television. With subtlety and sensitivity, Linda brought a level of emotional depth to the role that was unheard of among actresses at that era. All That Glitters failed to live up to the producer's expectations and was canceled after just 13 weeks, despite its initial popularity. The future of Linda's career was cloudy once again, but she was unfazed and kept on. "Every failure is an uncertainty opportunity to learn," she once stated. After that failure, Linda knew she had to hone her own approach and principles if she wanted to make it in this cutthroat business world. Women in Hollywood, particularly those beyond their 20s, had it rough in the 1970s. In an industry that valued younger performers and actresses, Linda, who was already in her 30s, had to deal with the age bias that came with the job. The obstacles she encountered were heightened by this subtle but widespread bias, but she used them as fuel to show her value. One of her earlier statements was, "If I don't show them that I can do it, then who will?" Keeping up with her profession and personal life at the same time was a psychological strain for Linda during this time. She was honest about how the pressures of the entertainment industry made her feel alone and doubt her value. But Linda did not give in. Rather, she used these challenges into motivation to continue on. Linda was obsessed with finding new ways to further her career, and it wasn't limited to her acting gigs. The capacity to grasp every chance, no matter how tiny, was just as important as skill, she realized, if she wanted to make it in this field. This is why, if an opportunity to gain knowledge presented itself, she would never say no. The role of Sue Ellen Shepard Ewing, played by Linda Gray, in the popular 1978 TV series Dallas, which followed the wealthy and influential Ewing family as they worked to control the oil business, marked a watershed moment in Gray's career. Linda went from being a little-known actress to a household name in America thanks to the smash hit Dallas, which became a cultural phenomenon all over the world. Acting out Sue Ellen's multi-layered emotions was not only a huge professional opportunity, but also a formidable task that Linda had to face head-on. When she was in Dallas, Sue Ellen was more than simply J.R. Yes, wife. Ewing, the show's iconic villain, was also a complicated woman who, after suffering her husband's deception and betrayal, turned to booze to dull the agony. Linda gave Sue Ellen an unusually rich life, conveying everything from the anguish in her eyes and violent outbursts of rage to her desire for independence and genuine affection. Thanks to Linda's nuanced and convincing performance, viewers could relate and were enthralled by her character. A few years ago, becoming Sue Ellen was like unlocking a part of myself I never knew existed. Playing Sue Ellen for over 38 episodes was a huge challenge. When real-life people started seeing Linda as her character, Linda was under a great deal of strain. Media reports said that Linda, similar to Sue Ellen, battled alcoholism, which further added to her emotional load. But she still wouldn't let misunderstandings derail her mission. People can think whatever they want, but I know I'm telling an important story about women trapped in pain and dependency, according to her. While playing Sue Ellen catapulted Linda to stardom, it also ushered in a slew of other incredible chances. International recognition included the Bambi Award in Germany and the Il Gatto Awards in Italy, in addition to 2 nominations for Golden Globes and a prominent Emmy nomination. Hollywood Radio and Television Society's Woman of the Year award went to Linda in 1982. Thanks to Sue Ellen's success, Linda became a 1980s cultural symbol, personifying the tough yet wounded woman. Linda dabbled in directing in addition to her acting career. Despite the industry's sexism, she directed many episodes of Dallas, including the series finale. This further demonstrated Linda's adaptability and cemented her status as an early trailblazer for women in executive positions in the entertainment business. She remarked, Directing was a challenge, but it gave me the chance to tell a story my way. I wanted each episode to be more than just a chapter in the story. I wanted it to affirm that women can achieve anything. Linda demonstrated that she could thrive in a variety of roles after Dallas by taking on more initiatives. Linda portrayed the shrewd and influential head of a modeling firm named Hillary Michaels on Melrose Place and the spin-off series Models, Inc. Taking on this character was a radical change from her previous portrayal as Sue Ellen and gave Linda the chance to show off her more forceful, confident side. Linda was also a major player on stage in addition to television. A watershed moment in her career came in 2001 when she played Mrs. Robinson in the London version of The Graduate. Linda had never before acted out a role whose legendary legs had been on the poster for the 1967 film's title. The part confirmed Linda's reputation as an adaptable artist and received good reviews. Unconstrained by genre, she also dabbled in independent filmmaking, where she delved into the lives of genuine, multifaceted individuals. Playing the character of a woman's best friend while she undergoes breast cancer treatment called for subtle acting and sensitivity from Linda in Reflections of a Life, 2006. Hidden Moon and Expecting Mary were just two more examples of Linda's willingness to take on new projects at any point in her career. Linda Gray's personal life was a complex web of inconsistencies, tragedies, and difficult choices, hidden behind the brilliant surface of her prosperous profession. Her marriage to the gifted art director Ed Thrasher for 21 years was a striking example of the tension between pursuing one's passions and fulfilling one's familial obligations. At first, everything appeared perfect. They were constructing a house near Santa Clarita, and Ed was living out his goal of having a ranch with horses and poultry. This, however, was not the Linda she had imagined for her future. On one occasion, she spoke up about how she felt trapped in her husband's dream. The following was Ed's direct response to her wish to pursue acting. "You can become an actress when the kids are in college." While Ed delighted in the life he had always desired, Linda felt that her actual self was being denied by those comments, which saddened her even more. The feeling that her dreams were being disregarded was something Linda struggled with. "I always wondered, is this all there is to life? I'm living his dream, but what about mine?" she said openly. Both Linda's professional and personal lives took a dramatic change in 1978 when she was offered the chance to join Dallas. She came to the realization that she could no longer sustain herself in a confined state. In 1983, she made the difficult but essential decision to divorce her husband and regain her independence. "Divorce is never easy, but I knew that if I didn't go through with it, I would lose myself forever," said the woman. Linda left her loveless marriage and embarked on a journey of self-discovery, fully aware of the obstacles that lay ahead. But there were challenges in her new life as well. Rumors about her connections with her co-stars persisted during her successful years with Dallas. These rumors put a lot of stress on her life, even if they were never proven. Because she was preoccupied with her job and her life in general, Linda opted to stay silent. Rather than addressing the speculation, I learned to ignore what people say. In the end, what matters most is that I know who I am, said the woman. Rumors weren't the only thing causing Linda Gray stress. She was also facing legal issues over her property. From time to time, Linda would become worn down by the little legal challenges that came with owning costly properties like the 2.5-acre ranch in Santa Clarita or a villa in Los Angeles. Success brings many wonderful things, but it also comes with responsibilities you sometimes don't anticipate, said the woman. She never wavered in her devotion to the arts, and during these trying times, she frequently found solace in her work on stage and screen. In 1989, Linda went through the devastating death of her younger sister on top of the difficulties in her marriage. Betty, her sister, died of breast cancer. In addition to being a devastating blow, Linda says this loss has served as a sobering reminder of how precious life and family are. In 2020, though, Linda faced her biggest test when her 56-year-old son, Jeff Thrasher, died of leukemia. This agony was unlike any other. Not only was Linda very proud of her son Jeff, but he was also a friend to her. Saying, "Losing Jeff felt like losing a part of myself forever," she said. Countless endeavors bore the imprint of Jeff, who was both imaginative and dynamic. His death was a devastating blow to his loved ones and everyone who knew him. Linda was able to persevere through her loss and go on with her life. She found solace and optimism in spending time with her family, especially her 2 grandchildren. Life throws things at us that we can't control, but I've always believed that love and cherishing family are what help us get through it all, according to her. After her marriage ended, Linda went through a difficult period of reclaiming her life, dealing with the stresses of work and isolation as her career declined, and grieving the loss of her son and sister. Her tale showcases the power of perseverance, showing how to face hardship head-on while maintaining a strong sense of purpose and faith. In addition to being a television star, Linda Gray is a personal emblem of strength. Linda Gray is an inspiration in more ways than one. She is a gifted actor and a symbol of strength and perseverance. She is a symbol of the contemporary woman because of her work in art and society. She is powerful, caring, and determined to make a change. From 1997 until 2007, Linda was an active participant in worldwide awareness efforts as a United Nations Goodwill Ambassador. Since her own family had been affected by Alzheimer's disease, she utilized her power to promote important causes like Meals on Wheels, which provides meals to people who are unable to do it themselves, and research programs aimed at finding a cure. She made a meaningful personal delivery to elders through Meals on Wheels, which was a memorable occasion. She thanked the giver, adding, "This meal not only nourishes my body but warms my heart because someone truly cares." Linda has also been actively associated with groups that help women who have overcome adversity find a place to call home through reintegration centers. She has been instrumental in providing housing, vocational training, and emotional support, which has empowered several women to reclaim their self-esteem and make positive changes in their life. She's certain that empowering one woman doesn't just change her life, it helps build a better society. Linda defied gender and age norms in the arts, particularly when she neared middle age, a time when women in show business were frequently marginalized. Despite the fact that women were underrepresented in the industry at the time, she maintained her credibility by taking on challenging and varied parts, and even dabbled in directing. Age doesn't diminish your ability. Instead, it makes you understand the stories you want to tell even more deeply, she said in the past. Beyond her philanthropic work and acting jobs, Linda has made significant contributions. Both audiences and generations of female actresses have looked up to her as an example of how to persevere and reinvent oneself in the face of adversity. Actress Linda Gray has proven time and again, via her sympathetic real-life persona and her emotionally charged movie role as Sue Ellen, that the actual measure of power is not glitz, but rather the ability to use one's celebrity for the greater good. In Santa Clarita, California, on her 2.5-acre ranch, 84-year-old Linda Gray lives a life of independence, serenity, and meaning. Renowned architect Quincy Jones expertly combined modern elements with the broad natural surrounds to create this stunning residence. The sprawling property, complete with a koi pond, tennis court, horse stables, and a big swimming pool, is a sanctuary and a monument to the freedom she fought for throughout her life. From Linda's time with her ex-husband Ed Thrasher to her subsequent transformation into a haven of personal regeneration and tranquility, this house has seen it all. Linda put the home on the market in 2018 with an asking price of approximately $3 million. Relisting it in 2022 for the original price, she still couldn't find a buyer. Her choice was driven by more than just financial considerations. She wanted to downsize the burden of managing such a vast estate and find a place that better suited her current life stage. "I think it's time for this home to bring joy and inspiration to someone else," said the woman. Linda stays connected with her admirers through social media, even outside of her tranquil sanctuary. She often updates her 53,300 Instagram followers, 48,900 Twitter followers, and 58,000 Facebook fans with photos from her day-to-day life and special moments from her work. She recently posted an Instagram photo of herself in her garden with the caption, "Always cherish what you have," and it received hundreds of likes and comments from her followers. Social media is a way for me to keep telling my story and listen to others' stories, according to her. Linda's impressive net worth of over $12 million is a clear reflection of her accomplished profession and astute financial planning. The independence and calm that Linda has achieved over years of struggles and victories are more valuable to her than any amount of money she has in the bank. Linda Gray has discovered contentment and simplicity in her present life, and she inspires and motivates others around her by doing so. Even if she is no longer in the public eye, she is an inspiration because she has shown that being true to oneself and sharing important ideals with the world can lead to genuine pleasure. Linda Gray's meteoric rise from a timid Santa Monica child to a television legend throughout the world is an inspiring story of the transformative power of passion and perseverance. As she fought for the right to pursue her passions and fulfill her ambitions, she made an unforgettable impression on the entertainment business and served as an inspiration to many. Linda Gray is an inspiration because she shows that everything is possible if you keep at it. Her power to overcome adversity, her battles with internal demons, or both. Leave a comment with your ideas to continue the discussion. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the amazing stories about Hollywood luminaries and hit like to support stories like this one. Until our next video, take care.